Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am your host Blake Chaos, and today we are running through some Detroit Lions off-season moves, what they're doing, what they're up to, trying to get back to the NFC Championship game next year and beyond. So we're going to get into that, but before we do me a favor, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, like this video, and comment below. Let me know what you think that the Lions should do with the free agency market open this off-season and all things Detroit Lions. So, hey, let's get into it. All right, so let's get right into this article uh, from Nick Shook, published today, February 22nd, 2024. Lions re-sign kicker Michael Badgley to a one-year deal. I love this line. The kicker known as the Money Badger has found his way to another paycheck in the NFL. Michael Badgley is headed back to the Detroit Lions on a one-year deal, according to his agent, Ian Rappaport, reported on Thursday. The team has confirmed the signing. Now, Badgley appeared in 4 games for the Lions in 2023, but only after he spent most of the regular season on the practice squad, stuck behind Riley Patterson. Patterson missed 2 extra points in 3 games. Detroit decided to make the change to Badgley, who converted all 4 of his field goal attempts and 13 of 15 extra points in the final month of the season. Um, this is just a one-year signing of Badgley, and I like doing that because look, that doesn't mean he's the number one kicker from here on out. It's the off season, and they're going to have competition, bring competition in to to kick against him, and as well as Patterson. Detroit has been really fortunate over the past 20 years by having just kickers that were automatic. Jason Hanson, Matt Prater, um, and these are some young kickers, so I'm okay with them signing Badgley to a one-year deal. I think he deserves it. I think he earned it, and I'm just anxious to see and interested to see what they do in training camp and when Detroit's looking to get their roster down to a 53-man roster. Clearly, the signing of Badgley is going to keep him on that team, but they're going to bring in competition around him. Look, teams are getting better all across the league. That's what they do in the offseason, free agency, and with the draft is they look to get better. And the NFC North, in my opinion, is next year will be one of the best divisions in the league. Look at what Green Bay is doing and has done this past year. Detroit, obviously, uh, Minnesota, they're kind of up in the air. And then there's a lot of attention around Chicago with this whole Caleb Williams and Justin Fields argument. Um, so I'm really excited to see how the NFC North plays out next year. And this, I think, is just another small key piece that the Lions are going to do this offseason to make sure that they stay on top of the NFC North and ultimately make it back to the NFC Championship game and beyond. All right, guys, let's go ahead and break this article down that the Detroit News' own Justin Rogers put out. Detroit Lions officially add 3 defensive coaches, part ways with 6 assistants. The Detroit Lions announced the addition of 3 defensive coaches on Wednesday. Terrell Williams, pictured here, will oversee the defensive line while also serving as the team's run game coordinator, and Deshae Townsend will be the new defensive backs coach and pass game coordinator, and former Northwestern defensive coordinator Jim O'Neill will work as a defensive assistant on coordinator Aaron Glenn's staff. I like these hires. It's sad to see Dre Bly go because Dre Bly obviously played for the Lions, but his secondary just the past 2 years has had issues. And look, sometimes it doesn't make Dre Bly he wasn't a bad player, doesn't make him a bad coach. He just isn't fitting in with the vision that Dan Campbell, Aaron Glenn are seeing that defense. Once again, if you want to compete and win a Super Bowl, you got to make sacrifices and cuts. Sometimes you don't like them, but they need to be done. And See, so the Williams and Townsend hires had previously been reported. Williams previously established relationships with both GM Brad Holmes and coach Dan Campbell, and Williams served as Holmes' position coach at North Carolina A&T and overlapped with Dan Campbell on the Miami Dolphins coaching staff in 2015. So these guys have familiarity with Dan Campbell, with where they share the vision with where he wants this team to go. I think it's a good move. I never really anything that Dan Campbell has done, Brad Holmes, any decision that they've made in the past 3 years, I don't question. I haven't questioned. I haven't gone on record saying anything negative about the draft picks. Look, Brad Holmes creates teams, and he's doing that in Detroit. And damn it, I am thankful for it. So a lot of news just keeps popping up here off season. A lot of it is just piddly news that most people don't care about. They only care about the big name signings moving around. But this is what it takes to build a Super Bowl caliber team. The little things all add up. And look at what happened last year, guys. We were this close to it. We'll be there again next year. Stay tuned for more Detroit Lions offseason news here on the channel, as well as other sports content. Um, yeah, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, like the video, tell your friends, do all that fun stuff, guys. It really, really does help the channel grow, and we appreciate it greatly. We will see you all for the next one.